Top of the day, everybody. Welcome to another session of Message from the Street. Today, a couple of topics, a spin-off from I Think About a series, and this is just something to think about. I was watching some news or information on YouTube, and they said the FBI is stating that, that there's heightened situations that may take place across the country at various capitals during the inaugural process of Joe Biden. Now, this information, it just like bothers me because what I see is the media promoting possible scenarios that may not have any relevance to it. Yet, because they have promoted it, that these scenarios that may not have any relevance are starting to get relevance. I think that what they're doing is actually giving people ideas. And I'm going to tell you why I come to this conclusion. First of all, when I was hearing, the possibility of things that was going to transpire, at the Joe Biden's inaugural ceremony, in the Washington, D.C. in the upcoming week or so, I was thinking that after the FBI and the police, had started issuing warrants to various people because of the insurrection on Wednesday, that this doesn't make logical sense. I myself have been down by the Capitol, and I have seen the Capitol here in Washington, D.C. I have seen the security of the military, the fence that they put up, and that there's a heavy police presence that can be seen. But I'm going to tell you this, there's a heavy presence that can be seen, and now because of all the backlash that the police departments in Washington, D.C. have gotten, there is police presence that you do not see. So with me having that information and that insight, it is telling me that it would not be intelligent for people to move in a certain type of manner. I don't know, you may say that, many of these people are not intelligent at all. They've been drinking, conservative Trump juice, extreme, extra potent Trump juice. And I can understand that as well. Yet, people don't want to go to jail. People don't want their lives to be disrupted for the next 5+ years because of, an alliance with a political gang. And I'm speaking on the conservative extreme right. But if it was the liberal extreme left doing the same thing, my positioning would be the exact same, because there is no room to justify particular political gang activity when they are in opposition of the Constitution, opposition of basic human behavior of evolving beings. That what took place on the Capitol took us back in a time machine, to the 60s to 50s, and even other eras of social unrest in countries that are identified as third world countries. No, the United States is a third world country because of white nationalism, because of white supremacy mindset, because of the Proud Boys, because of racist, primitive minded individuals. That's what make the United States a third world country. And the thing about it is, it's not just those people that you may think that are hillbillies or people from the mountains or Caucasian people that's in poverty. No, these white nationalists on Capitol Hill, they're in the government all throughout the United States. They're in the police forces. They're in secret services. These white nationalists, these racist-minded, psychotic individuals are on all levels of society. And that's what makes the United States a third world country. And until this state of mind is arrested and put in check and made known that this is not an acceptable thing as a representation of the United States, this country will continue to combat its children, the children of racism, the children of tyranny, the children of white nationalists. This is what's going on. And it's a mindset. It's a state of consciousness or a state of unconsciousness, a state of indoctrination, a state of ignorance perpetuated and fed by the 45th president of the United States. And I don't even want to give Mr. Trump any, any acknowledgement, because he did what he did. He said what he said. And if you still is in alliance with, his conduct, his behavior, and his led insurrection against the United States people, that's cool, because that's your choice. You got to remember, in the Civil War and in all wars, there's winners and losers. And you're on the losing side. Guaranteed. Moving forward, now this may get me in a little bit of trouble, but I'm going to bring it to the forefront. Now, I've been observing this COVID situation. That's right, COVID-19, Corona. We call it Rona here in D.C. And the thing about it is, one thing that I have, examined and made an analysis of, one of the processes, if you are identified as having Rona, is that you should quarantine for a certain amount of time. And many people that have quarantined, that didn't get to the higher levels or stages of it, that has been hospitalized, put on a ventilator, they have went in quarantine, went through the little process, and then, they back to business as normal. So that tells me that this Rona virus is a form of a flu or pneumonia or some type of situation that doesn't affect every human being the same. So now they got these different type of experimental vaccines with 90%, 95% effective rate for the people, and they're trying to make it slowly but surely a mandate. This is not acceptable. The flu shot is not mandatory. COVID vaccine shouldn't be mandatory. A lot of people are very uncomfortable with some type of forced vaccination because of the wickedness that has been perpetuated in this country and probably other countries that we're not aware of, with people doing experiments on people with vaccination or injecting stuff into their system. It's your constitutional right to receive COVID vaccine, and it's your constitutional right to not receive it. And you should not be penalized on your job, whatever your job may be, because so many people year after year have gone to work with the flu. People have died year after year, with flus, other type of ailments that are caused by infectious diseases. This particular one is getting a whole lot of amplification. And I'm not saying that it's not serious, because people have had family members that have been told that their family members succumb because of COVID-19. So a lot of people feel a lot of different types of ways about this vaccine and, what's going on. I don't think I can say you got to do what's best for you, and don't be mad at people because they're not doing what you're doing. That is your right. That is your right. Just like you have the right to vote conservative or liberal. It's your right that you want to eat collard greens or spinach, or that you want to be a vegetarian, a vegan, or you want to just eat everything. That is your right. That is your choice. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to another message from the streets. Subtopic, think about it. Just don't keep on going with the information or propaganda, possibly propaganda, that is being shoved down our throats through the media and all different types of angles every day. Slow down, let your mind recalibrate and look at it and be honest with the analysis that you come up. Throw your political views out of the way, because your political views don't have nothing to do with truth. Let me say that again. Your political views in alliances with your political gangs don't have nothing to do with the unadulterated truth that's in your face. only when you have been compromised to make an agreement with falsehood that your political views run your life. Find something higher than politics to be your moral gauge in life. And maybe things would be better than what they are. Maybe the country wouldn't be so divided, because of politics, racism, hatred, the economical, the economical unbalance. Man, we need to get it together. Human beings on the planet Earth are probably the laughing species, laughing stock of all species in the universe. We just stupid. And I'm going to leave you with that. And it's not everybody, but we got to take responsibility for one another. And evidently that we're not doing enough to shift the polarized thought process or shift the paradigm of incorrect thinking. So all of us will be held guilty. Peace, love, and goodwill to all. Do your best to be a positive representation of truth and love. Have a great week on purpose, with purpose.